Another clean sheet here in Halifax. Another great performance, I think, from start to finish. You guys controlled the game. Can you just talk a little bit about your mindset coming here to Halifax again and what you guys were trying to achieve?
Yeah, I think a couple of things coming into the game. We always know it's a difficult place to play. We had success here a few weeks back with that game, and we wanted to use that a little bit as our template. And what we did very well in that game, and what we've continued to do all since that game. So I think the guys did that excellent in the first half. We're high up the pitch. We made sure our ball circulation was very good. We got into the right areas in behind. Smyrniotis was excellent on that right hand side, and we picked certain areas in the box to get the ball to. And we know those are places where you're going to create high opportunities, high efficiency opportunities, and score goals. And that's what the guys did.
And you seem to be back on a roll here. Obviously, at the start of the season, it was a little bit rough for you guys. Injuries, people going away for international caps and stuff like that. What's it like to have everybody kind of back in the fold today, being able to bring like Taryn Campbell off the bench, Emery Welshman? There's a lot of squad depth, it feels like, right now with your club.
Yeah, I think there's two things that you look at the positive. One is the results have been very good, even though we've been missing quite a few players, and now getting them back in, I think that helps as we keep on going. This is a long season. One thing we've learned over the past with the long seasons is there's ups and downs, and you need squad depth in this league. That's important. It's one thing we always plan for as a group, as a team. We still have a few guys that we're waiting to get back, and Don Samuel, Johnny Grant, Chris Nankel, Daniel Crutzen a little bit later on. So we've got some good players still on the sideline, but I'm very happy for everyone who's stepped in. And to be honest, not only just stepped in and filled the role, they've really taken a role.
Okay, we'll turn things over to Zoom. Anthony, if you want to kick things off for us.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Coach. Firstly, I don't know if it's the lighting in there, but your tan looks fantastic, so I just want to leave that out there first. Noah with the big goal today, he's a guy who, as a teammate, as a leader, he's had that reputation through his youth career, into his college career. When he scored that goal, you can see the reaction even from his teammates. They're really excited for him. Can you maybe just talk about his performance today and then some of those leadership intangibles that he brings as well?
I think first and foremost, you see the reaction of his teammates. That's indicative of what he is like in training. He's a guy who's out there, he's working hard. Hasn't had the most minutes, but when he's getting them, he's taking advantage of them. And he's a player that doesn't, look and see how many minutes he's playing, but rather he's working. He knows he's part of a squad that has a very deep midfield and a very good midfield. But the one thing I know is his future is bright. He's a player that's going to do very good things at his club and hopefully beyond. And that's the performances you need. That's the mindset of a professional. It's the mindset of a leader in all the other places he's been. Is he takes his moments and he goes in there and he performs. And when he doesn't have his moments in the games, he's working hard in training. Because that's the only thing you can do. And that's the toughest thing sometimes for a professional player. And his mindset is top.
Okay, and also I just want to ask you about some of the wing play and the overlapping with the fullbacks. Is there a certain level of chemistry that goes into fullbacks and the wingers being able to make those plays happen?
Yeah, I think it's all chemistry. So it's all something that's worked on, movements, and it's something a little bit we were lacking in the first few weeks of the season. Just integrating new players into a style of play which needs a lot of rotation, a lot of ball movement, a lot of interchanging of positions, and it's it takes time for some of the guys, but we're seeing it getting better and better each week. And we need to keep up with that. Whether it doesn't matter which formation we choose to play based on opponent or based on what we need to do. The guys just need to stick to these things. Today we had a little bit of a focus in getting into certain zones. We did that well, and you're going to get success from it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Anthony. We'll turn things over to David. Go ahead, David.
Congrats again on another success today. I wanted to ask you about, particularly about the second half. We're starting to see, white yellow cards come in for both teams, and then of course later on we're starting those red for Halifax. What were your thoughts on particularly the second half when it's not starting to get a little chippier, not sort of playing it, and starting to heat up a bit more? What were your thoughts on that front?
Yeah, it's a little bit strange to be honest, because it wasn't a very physical match. Both teams, even Halifax, was trying to move the ball around and do certain things, but sometimes you have one challenge and it leads to another. For Halifax, a lot of space was opening up, which is normal. They had to push a little bit more forward, so they were fouling in certain areas of the pitch. And I think they applied a little bit of pressure in that second half, and maybe we got a little bit rash with some of the challenges. I don't remember all of them, but it doesn't really look like a game that needed so many yellow cards, to be honest.
Certainly, and I guess I should just one point that you were making earlier as well as sort of our question, sort of like said, representing pounds, Samuel Brands, among others. We're starting to see a very solid 11 now for Forge. Of course, there's only one change brought in. That was from the start, whichever we're on, Jensen. We're starting to see a better chemistry, I think. So, how difficult will it be when Samuel and Betsville return to the fold? How difficult will it be for him to be able to start with the net that you have, and how well these players are meshing together with a series of results?
Makes my job fun. That's the easiest way to put it, but that's what you want. You want that competitive environment to be in training, to make sure that the players aren't losing any of the edge. The toughest thing sometimes is when things are going well, to keep it that way. And one way to do that is make sure that there's internal competition. And I think that's one thing that the players know. I think it's one thing players playing quite a bit now know they've got a great opportunity to solidify themselves. They're doing that great and they're taking it, and once everyone else back, it's going to make for a great training week.
Okay, very quickly before of course, it's now 10 days until the next game against Mayflower. What will you do in order to keep players fresh, their minds fresh, with a little bit of a longer stretch? Of course, we're not used to seeing Forge players and coach staff being off matches for so long. So what will you do to keep them fresh?
I think the biggest thing is there always needs to be a couple of days off when you have a big stretch here, and let the guys just decompress. They've done a great job over these last few weeks, and been a lot of pressure games as well between the league and some cup matches that we've had in these last few weeks, and then get ourselves prepared. Just make sure physically we're staying fresh, we're not overloading the players. So it'll be a couple of days off here, which is a normal around Forge FC country. In the past, I think the players will enjoy that very much, and then let's just get right back into it, get ourselves prepared for the next one. Make sure you have a competitive inter-squad game within this 10 days. And that's something we've done very well, and the guys do a great job of making sure they keep it competitive on the field. And then we go, but we'll definitely take this little break ahead of us to make sure we get guys healthy. A few guys with knocks, Ali, who we kept out today, more for precautionary reasons, to get back, and that gives us a lot more options going forward.
Alright, thanks again, Coach, and congrats on once more.
Thanks, David. Finally, Benedict, to wrap things up. Go ahead, Benedict.
Thank you. Bob, you mentioned Davish one here. With his partnership with Riz on Hammonds, you guys have each other.
Yeah, it's quite a good duo. That's the easiest way to put it. Rama is a player I think we don't talk a lot about. He's come in here and he's solidified himself as the best right back in this league. And he's excellent. He wins every tackle standing up and not on the ground. He's excellent in his movement of the ball and how he reads situations, and I think that gives a lot of confidence to what David Chouanier is doing going forward. And then they keep it very simple between the two of them. They know where they're moving, where they need to go, and I think that helps. Add Abu Sissoko into that little triangle that they form a lot on the right side, and I think they've been absolutely brilliant. Going back a stretch of 4 or 5 games for us.
In your last 4 games, you still need to 14 goals scoring right at the moment. Is it just a matter of finishing your chances, or?
I think you get the ball in the right areas of the field, you score goals. Something we didn't do enough early in the season. We got into situations, we just didn't get the ball in the right places and have ourselves positioned there. And it's something we talk about and we look at in our advanced stats that we look about and we work on in training, and just try and make sure that the guys understand this is going to give us a better opportunity to score goals. We all love the highlight reel goals that go in from 30 meters, but those are bonuses. You need those goals in the half spaces inside the box and where the final pass is coming from, and we know if it's in there. And we've got a lot of entries into the opponent's box, a lot of entries into the final third, and the guys are getting on to the end of them, and I think we just need to keep that up.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks, Benedict. Thanks, Bobby.
All right, thank you, everyone.